In this video, you will learn about your quiz and/or your test settings, and we're going to go through each part. Where you see assessment settings, what you want to do is you want to locate this gear icon right here, and you want to click on this gear icon. At the top, you'll start with your due date, and this is when your quiz or your exam will be due by. To change the date, you click the calendar, and the calendar always displays the current month. So if you're in the wrong month, you can use this arrow to get to the correct month, and in the correct month, you can select the correct date. Now, the time usually is 11:59, but if that is not the time that you need, you can click on this clock here, and you can use these arrows to make adjustments as needed. So I'm just going to say that this is due at 10:45 p.m. And then to get rid of this, this panel, I click on this white space here. Now, this is an option within the due date. If you want to prohibit students from accessing this later on and taking the test later, you can just simply click this box to the left of prohibit late submissions. And what happens is past the due date that you set, the student can't come into the quiz or the test. Okay, next we're going to look at presentation options, and this is how the questions will look to your students. And in here, you will have display one question at a time. It's turned on automatically. And then where you have the prohibit tracking, backtracking, what you can do is you can click this on, but it prevents students from going backwards, so we don't recommend it. But we do recommend randomize the questions and also be sure to randomize your answers, because both randomize how the questions display, like the order, as well as the order of the answers per question. All right, now let's look at your grading and submissions. So this is going to connect to your overall grade that you have set up. So it's that overall grade that's running for your students. So by default, every quiz or test is in the test category. So if that's not correct, please click on the test category here and make adjustments. So for example, I could put this in the quizzes, or I could put this in a final exam. Just please make sure you adjust it so it calculates properly towards your grades. Next, you have attempts allowed, and you always have one by default. If you want to provide another one, you just click this number, the number 1, and you select the number of attempts that you want. Next, the grade using. This is how the score for the quiz or the exam is going to display. So if you're grading out of 100, it's just 100 out of 100. If you want it to show up as a letter or a percentage, you click on the word points and you can make your adjustments accordingly. Now, you can't change the maximum points here. You have to go on the questions to do that. Next, coming down here, assessment grade. This is very similar to the assignment, but the difference is that on a quiz or a test, you will be able to share those grades of a student automatically on a multiple choice quiz or test. So you may not want to check this off. So if it's on, you just click this box here, and it just prevents those multiple choice answers from being shared right away. Next, let's look at the assessment results. So this is how the students will see their quiz or their exam after they submit it. So everything by default is available after submission. So what you want to do is you want to click where it says available after submission. And then here where you see this is where you can start customizing on this panel. So where you see after submission on the top, if you, for example, click after due date, after individual grade is posted, you can change it here. You can also change it here as well. So whatever you want to do, you can do here. You have many options. And then you can also click this box to the left of show correct answers if you want students to see their correct answers. Then you have to hit save to save these changes. And the last two things for your test or your quiz is this assessment security. So you can add an access code, which is just the password for the test. You just click here, and then you click on this X here, and this is the code. And to see it, I click on this I, and I can actually use this square to copy it and share with my students, but I need to be sure to hit save. And then the last thing you can do is the time limit, so that times the students out. of the test. So if I click on it, it defaults to 60. I'm going to just type in 90. And we recommend just leaving it on automatically submit and save at the end so you don't have to worry about anything. And then when I'm done, I come to the bottom and I click on save and I click on save again. And then all my information populates under assessment settings so I can go back and change anything that I would need. So this is just a very brief rundown and overview of the assessment settings or the quiz or test settings. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.